Hello everybody, we're here for round one, and I don't think we can keep this, so we're gonna have to mulligan. This is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. We can at least get something out. Uh, yeah, good. It's gonna play out the land and pass. He can play out the Brindleshoat next turn, and if he wants to trade that with his elves, that's fine. Although I'm assuming he'll have a 3-drop or something here. Just a Nomad. No blocks. Alright, well, let's hope that we can get a land sometime soon. I think keeping a 2-lander there was fine, especially because we have a card that we can at least play. Oh god. Just going to do that on turn 3? I think we just super need to hit just land to get the claws going here. Alright, land. Alright, that's 1. I think I'm going to attack with the... Do I just go Elephant Guide here and swing? Or do I go Idle? I think I just go Guide Swing. Taking what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 next turn? If I play Idle, I can just block Phantasm. Yeah, I'm just going to attack with the Idle. Or, I'm going to play the Idle, attack with the Shoat. Alright, he's cycling. That's not good. Means he probably has plenty of mana. Just 4? Alright. No blocks. Alright, land. Please land. Oh my god. That would have been so sick. Oh, I think I'm just going to go Guide then. At least make him shrink his Nomad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go to 9. And he landed, and we're just like perfect. Because we can just take all those guys out, and his board is fairly decimated. Alright. I'm just going to attack with the Shoat, leave back the Idle again, so I can block the Nomad. And then I'll Claws, I guess, afterwards. I don't know what he could have, but... He could be holding up Exile. He has 3 mana available, and Exile, as it says in the name, exiles the creature, which means I don't get either of the procs from this. So I can't really attack. I guess I could and see if he's bluffing. Because if he's just bluffing it, then that's something. That's fine. Like, I'm gonna get in, whatever. But if he's not bluffing and he has it, then I lose a ton of value off of these two. Like, all I'm gonna get out of it is a point of damage from the show, and then one counter off of the Phantasm Nomad. I feel like he might have left it up last turn, so I'm going to just get in. Okay, he didn't have it. And this takes all those guys out. So he can only, if he swings out, hit me for 2. Because I can idle to block the 2/2 Nomad. And then next turn I have Blastoderm. If I hit a land, I can go Jungle Worm. I also have Halo. So I'm not doing terribly right now. If I take 3, here, then I can only take 1. Then I can block and go only take 1 next turn. So I'll go to 3 here. I think I'll just block the most damage for this turn. Because next turn if I play up Blastoderm, I can always, just block both of them. Can't do that. I'm just going to attack with the Shoat. And then Blastoderm. Because he can't interact with the Blastoderm. So, right? I don't know of any counter spells in these colors. Besides Mana Tithe, I guess. But I don't think that's in the format. Alright, so he flashes in the Grunts, which he has to then pay for, so he doesn't get to do much this turn. And if he attacks with everything, then I can still block, and only take 2, go to 2. So we'll have to have some kind of a combat trick to pump his guys. But if he swings all out, then I know he has a trick and I'm just dead. Alright. So he does nothing. If I had a white source, I can just exile all of his guys and swing in. He does not. Or rather, my deck does not give me what I wanted. It was a plains. I guess I can just attack with the Brindleshot again? Yeah. Alright, so he's gonna just jump. That's nice. Do I even play anything, I guess? Was the question now? I can put the Brilliant Halo on the Shoat, which does give me a lethal attacker next turn, with the Elephant Guide if I throw that on too. I could also just pass and just block with the Idol and not get any value off of the land for the turn. Or I can have, if I had mana, I could pair Lux Wave with Jungle Worm. So I guess, yeah, let's just do that. He has a Tapper. Okay. I mean, if he attacks, I still have really good blocks, so he can't do anything right now. Yep. +2/+2. If I don't want to put anything else on the Brindleshot because of its He has a tapper out. So I think I'm just going to attack with the Brindleshout. I mean, am I going to do anything else with any of these other things? Probably not. So I might as well just Elephant Guide the Brindleshout and attack. Because I'm not going to do anything else with my mana. And that makes us a lethal attacker. Which means he has to block with something. So let's just do that. It's not great to play like this. Especially with a tapper out. Because this is going to get locked down next turn. But it's still letting me get in for a lethal attack. He might have blocked anyways, but I don't know. I'm not doing anything else with my mana right now. And this does give me an out to, if I Parallax Wave or something next turn. But this guy's going to be around to block for 2 more turns. And he can't tap it because, Shroud. But he did just hit a 6 mana, which means he could have some crazy 6-drop right now. Alright, he didn't do anything. Not what I wanted to see. Well, I'm going to go to combat, and we'll see what he does. I'm assuming it'll be tap Brindleshout. Yeah. I think I just have to pass. That's annoying. Alright, well I gotta sacrifice that now. Jeez, come on. I mean, I'm just dead now. Because he can just attack. Well, he's gonna untap, and then I can attack with the worm, or the... When I animate the idol, he'll just tap it down. Why are you even bothering playing a spell? I don't understand. Wait, what? What? I don't understand, but sure. Maybe he like accidentally clicked through combat or something. I don't know. I'm just gonna play out the Trapper, I guess, and then pass. Because I can float the mana, animate idol, and then flash in armor or something like that if I have to. Really? Okay. If I animate, I can just animate idol, block, and then they trade. At least I can try to block. He's gonna tap it with that. I don't really understand what's going on. And because I would flash this in, it get -1/-1 and become a 2/2. They trade at 2 damage on it. So then when I would sacrifice this, alright, he's just going to tap it, so it doesn't matter. Does he have a pump spell? He did, okay. So that happened. Ugh. I have more plains than forests, though. We did see a Battle Screech out of him, but I don't think that warrants bringing in a second clause, just because he had the one. We only saw, what, one other creature with flying, so that's not, really something to be too worried about. I think I'm probably fine with this right now, so I'm just going to run it back, and hopefully we'll get a better draw. Because we had a plains, like, for several turns, we would have been a lot better off. Yeah, and I think we play first with this deck. Yeah, this seems fine. Brindleshow in the guide with the Trapper to follow up. We can cycle this or keep it depending on what happens. I'm fine with this. I think I'm just going to play out the show. He has his own tapper now. I think I'm still going to guide swing. And then on the next turn, I can cycle and then play out my own tapper. And the turn after that, I can get that online. Because he's going to be doing something with the tapper. And in these colors, I don't really have any way of dealing with creatures on the other side of the board. If we just naturally draw the plains, then I can get out the Crusader, which would be nice. We didn't, though. Alright, well, I'll make him tap it. Yep. And then we didn't hit a land, so I think I'm just going to cycle this right now. And then I'll play up my own Trapper. Oh, he had Battle Screech again. Yeah. So that's sad. But I'm still going to be able to attack with the shout. I'll probably just eat a bird, but I'm probably okay with that. And then I think I'm going to play with the Crusader. It's really good against birds, because if something with flanking blocks it, it gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So he can't block it with the birds. And if you play something out, then I can redirect damage from it at the birds. So I think it's pretty good against what he has. Can't block him. And then in turn I'm going to tap his tapper, so I can get in with the shout. That's fine. Alright, so we have all the men in the world this turn. I'm just going to attack with my 2 guys. And we'll see what happens. Because if he blocks, like... If he blocks with both, I can kill multiple things. And if he doesn't block with anything, then he just takes 5. Alright, or 6. He's just going to take 2, though. And then I'm just going to play the worm. Because the worm blocks the nomad, and I get to leave up the trapper. So I can keep putting his trapper on lockdown. Because the last thing I want to do is have him being able to lock down any of my very efficient creatures. The issue is he has infinite cards in hand right now. So he could stabilize fairly easily, but we'll see what happens. Just looking at the art. Just like, I'm on a horse, I have a sword, and I'm going to block your lightning bolt with my sword. Because that's how good I am. So, attacks. So I'm assuming he wants to just do something? Oh. So, okay. Well, I'm just going to tap down my own guy then. So I don't have to lose him. And then he's going to tap down my guy. Okay. Sure, I'll take 2. Good cycle of a card, I guess. I don't know. I guess he didn't see that line where he could do that. I think I'm going to suit this guy up with armor to make it less appealing for him to let it through. This way when I attack, it'll be for lethal. It'll have to block. He'll probably just put like bird on a worm or something like that, but still. Alright, so he's going to block there. The thing is, it has flanking, so if he does block with a bird, the bird gets -1/-1, so it dies. It still declares his blocker, so I don't deal damage to the player. And, oh, so he's going to stack block that. Sure. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. Okay, just randomly cycling right there. Oh, beyond the first. Okay, so that's fine, I guess. I'm not going to be upset with that. I mean, at this point, he has to play like multiple things because I can tap something, untap, tap something. And I have 2 lethal attackers right there. This can also go to players, so even if he does block it, it has to be something that can't... Oh, okay. So he's a second Battle Screech. He can't tap 3 creatures, though, to make 2 more birds, can he? I guess he could. But I think he's still dead here. Oh, he has a mongrel as well. Okay. Um, I'm gonna tap a bird. Oh, I can just give my guys pro white and then tap down the green guy. Fair enough. Yeah. All right, game three. I'm gonna bring in the second clause because he has shown that he has a. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna cut the bodyguard though. He doesn't seem like he's interacting with me much, and I think having another clause is good because he has multiple battle screeches, and if he just goes off with those, then I'm kind of in a lot of trouble. And not kind of, I mean I am in a lot of trouble, but yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, Phantom Nomad into Elephant Guide is a really good combo, and I have claws up if I hit another land, so that seems really good. I will not mulligan. I think I'm gonna hold the thicket because there is the possibility I'll cycle it. I only really need 4 mana in this deck, so. Alright, he plays a Nomad. I see his Nomad, but mine's foil. He attacks, I don't block. What does he have? Oof. Alright, well that's a decent card. But I also drew a pretty decent card. So which am I going to play? Elephant Guide going on this is really good because whenever damage will be dealt to it, I prevent it, which means it basically becomes a 3/3 that can't take combat damage. Or it can't take damage, just can't take damage. Or I can play out this guy, and then the next turn guide it up, making it a very difficult thing for him to deal with. Because as flanking, I can redirect damage, it makes a 3/3 if it dies, and it's a 5/5. As good as this card is, I think I just want to put the Elephant Guide on the Phantom Nomad right now. Because this is a race that I'm happy to win. Because this is basically just going to like tap for a mana or gain him a life or two a turn. Which is fine, like, but putting him to 15 right now feels pretty good too. And there's always, you know, I don't know. All right, so he drew a flyer, I drew a land. So he gets a mana. All right, so he has a trapper, which is very annoying. And then he plays out the flyer. Okay. Cool. We hit our trapper. That's actually quite good. I think I'm going to play our trapper because he wasn't playing with his trapper the way that he probably should have, which is to tap down mine. So that way I'm always the one being tapped down. So I think I'm just going to swing with the Nomad. He'll just block with his and damage will be exchanged and nothing will happen, but then I can play out my trapper and then probably just cycle thicket end of turn. Yeah, they both exchange counters. It's that or I can just play out the Crusader and give him 2 threats, so he'll have to start doing stuff with his trapper. like making decisions. Yeah, this is more mana efficient too. Because next turn I'll have 5 mana, so I can play out the Trapper and then flash in Grunts. So I like this better. I also have Claws up in case he hits Battle Screech here. Because if he hits Battle Screech, he'll probably do some pretty disgusting things with it. Attacking for 4? Sure, I'll take it. Moon Mist Griffin, eh? So, if I Claws now, I get a 2 for 1, but I believe he'll be able to buy back. Alright, if he's going to do that, then I'm going to do it too. Because that means he's tapped out, so it doesn't matter. This means he can't use his tapper, I guess, which is nice. Alright, so our options are we can just Claws and just kill these two. I believe the way it works is damage is assigned, they both die, so they both go into the graveyard, and then this triggers. Hopefully it triggered. I would like it if it triggered before anything went into the graveyard, but I think the way it works is this will go into the graveyard, this gets exiled as a replacement effect, and then that buys this back. So it's not the best thing to do. I kind of want to Brilliant Halo that guy and then play out the Trapper, but I think right now I can just attack with both and then see if he blocks or how he blocks or whatever. Well, I'll just play out the Halo because I do like giving him an extra power. It doesn't change the clock at all. Actually, it does change the clock. If I hit him twice, that makes it so Claws is the last 3 damage. Well, it's the last 2 damage, but still. I'm assuming he'll block with the Nomad, and I'm assuming he might block with the Griffin or just let it sit up there. Who knows? But if he does block with something, then I can always redirect the damage with the Crusader. I'll probably shoot him in the face with it, unless it's 2, in which case I'll be sad because I didn't leave up enough mana for that. Alright, so I have a 3/3 that can't take damage and a 3/4 that can take damage, but it's hard for it to take damage. He does have Provoke, but I don't see a creature that he can attack with that if provoked I'm upset about. So do I leave up the Grunts and flash those in when he attacks? Well, it doesn't really seem like the best plan, so I'm just going to play out the Trapper. Because the Grunts really don't do much. They'll just bounce off of that, and then I'll pay a bunch of mana. The Trapper, I think, is pretty good. The issue is his is foil, so it's inherently better than mine, but that's fine. Alright. I think that was a misclick, but I can't be for sure. But I will take 4 damage here. Alright. Well, that second green is hurting me now that I can't play the Blastoderm, because it's just super good, but... And I also can't play both of these. I can't play Grunts and then the next turn go Claws. But I think I'm fine with that. I will play out the mana, so I have an extra... So I can have 3 activations of this if I need to. Like if he double blocks, then I can redirect 1 to that and then 2 to that. But I will attack with both of these. Yeah, he can do that. I forgot about that. But I will attack with the Nomad still. As annoying as it is that he will be able to then uh, use his Miss Moon Griffin. Alternatively, I could tap the Griffin right now, guarantee get in for 3 damage, and then Claws, which will kill both of these. Because I think I'd rather have him get the Harrier back than the Nomad. And it might be worth me giving up a little bit of value. Then he can attack me for 4 next turn. And then the tappers just tap each other forever. The alternative is I wait, and then I can tap his tapper down on his turn, which lets me then get in with both of these. But then the issue is I'm taking a bunch of damage next turn. And he has a Phantom to just block with forever. I think I'm just going to let the attackers go here. The attacker go here, though. Yeah. It's really annoying, but I think I want to get the tapper tapping his guy. So we can actually start, like, racing and stuff. And I can even start leaving this guy back. Because then he can't attack with his 2/2 or else for 4 mana I just kill it. Oh, he didn't? Block? Oh, well, that messes up everything. I think I'm just going to Claws then. Yeah, I'm just going to Claws. Because I'm not doing anything else with those 2 things, so. This at least gets rid of these guys. Puts us both to 7. Oh, he is going to get the Phantom back? Oh, no. Okay. So he does get the Flyer. Which is what I preferred than him getting the Phantom. Oh, and then he plays out Grunts? Very annoying. Now I can tap down the Grunts, but I think what I'm going to do... I can just leave back both of these guys the next turn. What I'm thinking is I can tap his guy and then block, but I'm going to be 1 damage short of killing him if I do that, which is kind of annoying. The alternative is I just tap down the Grunts, and I take 4, and then he taps on one of my guys, and then I have to flash in my own Grunts, and it just gets bad for me. But I think it's bad for me either way. So I think I let him attack, and then I tap down his tapper, block the Grunts, and hope to top deck something. Because otherwise, because I have multiple ways of pumping my guys. Not a ton, but a couple. And I can also get, like, I don't know, find another way. But if I go tap, block, I take 3. Yeah. I think it's better than tap, and then he gets to tap one of my guys down. And he hits me for 4 anyways. And then I untap, draw, and then he gets to just tap down a guy and hit me. Okay. So I think I'm doing the play where I have to get it for next turn. And he could have 2 cards in hand, and one of them could be really bad for me, so there's that too. I do have a second clause, so in the event that he attacks with everything that's not the Trapper, and I go tap the Trapper, block the Grunts, blah, 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 like I was saying I was going to. then I can always hit him and stuff and then draw the game. But then I'm at 3 minutes, so my commentary is going to be lacking. Because if that's a play, if that's one of my outs, then I need to be careful. All right, hit a forest. Um, do I even attack here? I think I have to. Otherwise, I just go what? Block, block. No, I can't because he's going to tap something. So I go. He taps this down probably. I go block. I have Blessed Arm out, so I block there. He hits me for 2, and then the next turn I can just do good things. All right. I'm not going to attack. Parallax Wave off the top is just the best draw I could ask for. Any pump spell there would have won me the game, but I didn't get there with it. So I don't know. Just 2 in the air. Do you not have anything in your hand? Well, alright. Let's just swing with the team and hope he messes up. I guess the sacking the tapper play was wrong, but oh well. And even if he doesn't, like, even if he just attacks with this, I still only have grunts that I can flash in. And then he can tap that down, so. But I'm going to die just because of the flying creature. Just super annoying. Man, that missed Moon Griffin. Buying this back was really important for him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Oh well, though. 'Tis the game. Parallax Wave never got online, which is kind of sad. I guess another out there was Akroma's Blessing. Um, yeah, I had a decent amount of outs that I could have made, but just didn't get there. Either of the 2 games, both of which were pretty close. The one game that I won wasn't close. He wasn't really doing much, but I think that was more of a his draw was bad than my draw was really good. But yeah, once he started playing, like, when he had the Trapper out, that was a big game. Uh, I guess I was expecting him to be more aggressive than he was with his board state because he had the Trapper. So he could have tapped down one of my guys aggressively and then got me down to a point where I wouldn't have been able to. Okay, so this was basically the board, except this was the Tapper. I went tap your guy that, looking for an out, which I never found. And then what else was there? There was the grunts out. I don't know. There was a couple of different ways that I guess I could have played that out, but I felt like at the time it was the best decision to do it that way. Or I did the block tap, hope to draw a pump spell. I had, 3 outs in my deck, which isn't great odds, but They were definitely there. The alternative was if I just tapped down the Simian Grunts, and then when I untapped, he would have had his tapper available to tap down one of my guys. Then he would tap down another one of my guys. I would have been at 3, and then I would have blocked the 4/4. I would have had to block or tap the thing down anyways, and he would have been able to just kill me. So I think that did probably just buy me a turn, but I don't know. I guess on my turn I would have played out Blastoderm, yeah. So I would have played out Blastoderm. He would have still had out Grunts. I would have had a tapper. He had a tapper. He would have tapped this down, so I'd had this up, and a tapper, versus this board and a Simian Grunts. I would have been at 3. He then, on his turn, like he didn't play anything forever, so I'm just going to assume he didn't have anything. He would have had 1, 2, he would have had to be lethal, and 2 attacks from this. So he probably would have attacked with this, because he couldn't get through the Blastoderm. My turn, everything untaps. I have an untapped tapper at this point, so I would have tapped down his end of turn, which would have left him with just the Explorer and that the tapper I just keep his locked down with. So yeah, I guess at that point, I just die from the flyer the next turn when he untaps. I guess I could have swung with Blastoderm, but then I just die on the ground. Yeah, I don't think I had a way out of that. Yeah, I don't think I had a way out. Maybe if I had another green source at some point, I could have got the Grunts on the battlefield. Or I could have got the Blastoderm out earlier or something, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. I just want to make sure I didn't misplay, but either way, I lost. The game is over. I got a non-zero number of cards. Apparently this isn't 15. It's like, depending on who you ask on Magic, it's like two ticks or 30 ticks. I don't know. I'll put it up and just see what happens. Tutor's a couple bucks, so I don't know. It wasn't a completely lost cause, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.